In 2025, though, seems like the Chicago Bears have a chance to have a top 5 offensive line. Again, according to PFF, they have the Chicago Bears offensive line ranked 4th in the NFL. They're looking at, the guys that the Bears brought in, Joe Thuney, Jonah Jackson, and Drew Dahlman, and how they add to what they believe was already a star-studded tackle unit with Braxton Jones and Darnell Wright there. It's going to be very interesting looking at the Darnell Wright position. But let's listen, is that the biggest question heading into training camp for you, the left tackle position right now?
Outside of everybody else on the offensive line, absolutely. Yeah, because you still have question marks on who's the starter. Everybody else is clearly going to be starting. You clearly have Joe Thuney at left guard. You clearly have Drew Dahlman at center. You clearly have Jonah Jackson at right guard and Darnell at right tackle. So, yeah, now that you have competition with Ozzie and Karan, trying to get that spot from Braxton, there's question marks. And because Braxton also has been hurt, you have even more question marks. So that's why I think the biggest issue is going to be. But I have faith in this coaching staff that they'll pick the right person.
Yeah, I think what's to me what's going to be the most interesting is kind of the topic I talked about on yesterday's video is, is this going to end up being Karan's job by default of like Braxton being banged up and Ozzie not being signed? Like, is there a holdout situation that is going to come from these guys not being out there? I mean, dog, like it's getting ready to start. We just saw the first one yesterday over on the Chargers. The second round picks don't seem like they're crossing the picket line, which I don't even know if there's a picket line. I feel bad that they're being put in this position of this because it's like your start to the NFL career is like, well, we don't want anybody to not get the money, so you guys all got to be in on this. Like that's
controversy.
That's the sucky way to start your NFL career. But I mean, honestly, if you're looking at the left tackle position right now, it's not only the biggest question for me heading into training camp, because of the competition. The biggest question just because we don't know who's going to be out there. Like Ben Johnson said, Braxton is going to be limited to start training camp. Karan Amagaji seems like he is the one full go. Is Ozzie Trapillo going to sign his contract? Like, you truly don't have a answer at left tackle outside of Karan Amagaji right now, and don't let him get banged up during training camp.
Yeah, you got 2 of the 3 offensive linemen with issues, and really, in my opinion, you have all offensive linemen with issues because last time you saw Karan Amagaji, starting at left tackle, it didn't look good. And so that, oh boy, he said
he got thrown out there. They did my man's dirty. I'm going back and watch. They did him dirty. He looked bad though.
Hey man, look, you got to stay ready. What IO say? You got to be ready so you can never. What is that saying? Stay ready so you never.
Stay ready
have
so
to
you
be ready.
Get ready.
Get ready. Whatever.
Right
Yeah.
A little bit of a stroke right there.
Stay ready. Now, my thing is if Karan Amagaji kind of showed a better, I guess, outing or output after all that talk about you ain't touching my quarterback. Yeah, we touched him on the first play you were out there, buddy. My thing was, maybe it would be an issue, but hopefully it's like, I misspoke. My thing is like you hopefully over the offseason, there's some things that have been learned and, you get a step better. So if it is Karan, I just that wait and see approach again. I'm not fully convinced that that's the answer, but if we do have to start him, so be it.
Here's my thing. I don't care who it is. Just pick the right guy. Like that's truly, like, I'll be honest with you. If it's Braxton Jones, because with the rest of this offensive line, I truly believe that left tackle spot not is going to get easier, but I do think that you have a heck of a lot more help than what Braxton Jones has had over the last few seasons with Tevin Jenkins next to him. While Tevin Jenkins is very healthy, Tevin Jenkins is usually banged up for quite a bit of training camp as well. And pulled both, was it both quads last year? What he pulled last year? Both hamstrings or something? We know what he was doing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Congratulations on the new baby. We know what he was doing. Hey, salute.
Don't you start with that. Don't you start with that. There will be no ham slander. There will be no ham slander.
There could be plenty of ham slander. Just don't make fun of the knot. Like, he was a bad head coach. Like, we can slander him, but I mean, like,
that guy's a patriot.
That guy's a patriot. Is crazy. Looking at the offensive line, I think coming into this offseason, or coming into this training camp, I should say, like, I think that you have done for the first time and probably since Olin Kreutz was on this team what this Bears team has needed to do. You have addressed just about every position that needed addressing. The interior of your offensive line was absolutely awful last season. I mean, the exterior wasn't great, but it makes it a heck of a lot harder when you got, I mean, the three interior guys are on the ground the hardest. Braxton's still trying. You know what I mean? And I don't know where Darnell's at in that, but Darnell's up. Oh, there he is. There he is, right up there.
Yeah, he's up there.
Like,
Tevin has always been my favorite in this picture, by the way. I just want to know that.
Tevin? Because he looks like he's just relaxing?
Yeah, he looks like he's on the beach somewhere, or he's doing the slip and slide, the quarterback slide. In
the quarterback slip is. No, my favorite person in this picture is always Caleb, where he's just looking at the defense like, this ain't going to work. Oh, no. That ain't going to work. No, like it's truly one of those things right now where like you knew the issues that you had coming in. We all knew the issues that you had coming in, but you finally addressed them because guess what? We knew it going into last season.
Yeah.
My big thing was if you move on from Justin Fields and bring in Caleb Williams, fine. You think you got a better quarterback? Let's do it. Don't treat this dude like Jesus Christ of football. Don't feel like he's going to just part the defensive line and throw the ball right down the middle. Like, that's not how you win games. You win games by putting an offensive line in front of your team. And guess what? You look at the team up in Washington and Jaden Daniels and everything that they had going on up there, and they were like, yeah, let's give him an offensive line. Yeah, let's give him a good offensive coordinator. Yeah, let's give him let's make sure that his run game is set. Let's do all of these things.
Yeah.
And see how he looks. Oh, he looks really good. Meanwhile, Caleb Williams over here fighting for his life like it's 79th.
The Bears wised up. I mean, we talked about it before. Like sometimes when you throw money at a problem, it works. Like when you go cheap, you get cheap production. You know, you get a lot of tryhards on this offensive line. We had a lot of tryhards that just couldn't do their job. They couldn't live up to the task of protecting Caleb Williams. So again, that's what happened is you put money in, you went and got really, really good protectors of the quarterback. Yep. And hopefully that's why we're in the top 5 and not 5.
Baki said, I'm going to say this. Karan Amagaji has an amazing opportunity to earn this left tackle job. I know he's the dark horse and the last option, but with Ozzie not signed and Braxton still recovering, Karan can get all the reps. Listen, he's going to get the best opportunity to learn. And again, Ozzie may be signed by the time camp starts. That may be a moot point. You know what I mean? Like Ozzie may be signed by the time the camp actually starts. We won there 2 days before camp when Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze actually got their deals done.
Yeah.
So like
at the last second.
Again, I keep saying this, and because the Bears have the benefit of not being, one of the Hall of Fame game teams or, starting their season a little early, they get the opportunity for this still to be a ways away. Mm-hmm. With 8 days left, that's a ton of time to get something done. Like literally, it just takes one and it's over. So like to me, I'm still not worried about it. We get to a day out. Yeah, maybe I'll be a little bit worried then. But that to me concerns me more. And I talked about this yesterday with guys like Ozzie Trapillo. Because I think there's an opportunity for reps that you're desperately going to need, especially if you feel like this guy can come in and win this job. Like if he signs, a week after camp starts, Karan's got a week of reps on you. You've never played in the NFL. And you went to BC. I think you're very good. But BC ain't sitting there going up against Alabama every week.
Yeah, but Karan came from Yale, though.
Yes, but Karan is getting the reps. I'm not saying the school is better. We seem to love these dudes. They're just like, hey, you big from a no-name school. But I'm not saying that Karan is better. What I'm saying is Karan's getting all of the reps. Like, it's going to be, who's that left tackle? I guess it's me again.
I see a lot of people in the chat saying that this is technically Karan's rookie year based off of last season.
I mean, yeah, he didn't have a camp last year.
He'd haven't really a full season. So, I mean, even if he gets a head start, I'm going to be honest with you. If Ozzie Trapillo gets signed, I'm a little bit more confident in Trapillo. Just the way he's going about his business, mountain of a man. The way he looks, like I would put more faith in Trujillo kind of getting up to speed. That was were some of the strengths that we talked about when we drafted him. Is him being that type of locked in guy, very very intelligent, understanding the playbook already. You see some of the coaches already saying that this guy is ahead of schedule when it comes to that. So it just feels right when it comes to him, being that guy. If again, like I said, the only issue with him is the second rounders for whatever reason holding out, and so that does give a path for Karan to be the starter. But I think we all know, preferably, we would want to go with the rookie.
Yeah, well, listen, I think the fact that there's one guy on this team that's at the left tackle position that not only is Ryan Poles' guy, but also is Ben Johnson's guy, that gives you a leg up. Now, you got to go out there and win the job, but it does give you a little bit of a leg up. We know how the politics of this game work. And at the end of the day, more times than not, politics are going to win out. Just ask Nate Davis. But one of the spots I think that I still have a ton of question marks at is that left tackle spot. But as this unit as a whole, dog, this is the most excited I've been for Bears football because of this unit. Mm-hmm. Like the Ben Johnson stuff, all of that, bringing all the people in. I love that. It's great. It's phenomenal. We got all the names. It wouldn't have mattered to me if there was nobody to protect Caleb Williams. I don't care what play you call. Unless it's just Joe Burrow, if your quarterback dies, you will not win. Like that, like none of this matters to me if you don't fix the offensive line. And so the fact that they went out and they addressed the offensive line in the manner that they did, you get Tooney, you get Dahlman, who was the best center on the market. Like, I feel so much better about this season.
When is the last time that we can honestly say we had three reliable offensive linemen? Where it's like we really did. Was it back? Who's with
2012, probably?
Kyle Long offensive line was that 2012?
2012.
Because I know we've had a few. We've had somewhere with two offensive lines.
What are we talking about? Because technically, right, those Kyle Long offensive lines in like the middle of that, where it was
that Cody Whitehair when he was
young,
he was left guard.
You had an offensive line, but it was like, well, I don't know if these guys are going to be alive, but.
Pterodactyl Pop said 85. Okay, that's how we won the Super Bowl.
He's making good points. This guy's making good points. I mean, like the 2012. What is it? 2010 season. You had Olin Kreutz, Roberto Garza, Jamarcus Webb was a rookie. You had Chris Williams.
Chris Williams didn't pan
out. That's kind of it. Like
Garza, Kreutz, obviously, yeah.
It's not great.
Reuben Brown too. Okay, all right. I'm wondering because I know there's times where we've had a couple of offensive linemen. My whole point is we have four guys.
Kevin Schaefer.
Ooh.
I don't even remember that 7th round pick day.
Oh boy. But my overall point is we have four guys now that we don't have to worry about. Maybe you can say Darnell Wright maybe needs to prove just a little bit more, but I feel like he's got that right tackle position down packed. I don't have any issues with him. You could also put a question mark on Jonah Jackson just because he had a down year, but I feel like that was more on the team and how they used him kind of outside of where he's at his best. And so now that Ben Johnson trusted that, hey, let's go get this guy. I know how to use him. I've seen him at his best when I was in Detroit. I don't really have a lack of faith in Jonah Jackson. I just want to see it first.
Yeah.
To see how it looks, okay, he's getting back to his form. Outside of that, Drew Dahlman and Joe Tooney are like we got some really good ones.
I'm sitting here looking at, my God, like it kind of is 2006 though.
Really?
You start looking at the O-line, it's like, I mean, this is the last good O-line I really remember. 2018 was okay. That was an offensive line where you were like, okay, like, I can see this is kind of coming to an end because, like, remember in 2018, it was like when Kyle Long was out there, we looked great, but Kyle Long continued to be banged up. So it was like, okay, we're kind of getting towards the end of it. But yeah, 2006, Fred Miller, Roberto Garza, Olin Kreutz, Reuben Brown, John Tate, and Fred Miller was like 100 at that point.
Jesus.
Like, Ruben Brown was too, actually. Ruben Brown was definitely.
They had some older guys. Yeah, they definitely had some older guys.
It was kind of like, we know we're going to have to address this in a couple of years, and we didn't.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Is this line maybe outside of Joe, who again you kind of still put trust in because he's been All Pro guard for years, and he's just available. You can just rely on him to be out there and do his job to the highest extent. Everybody else outside of that is young, and so we're getting some really good pieces that can be here for a while. They're just not 1 year. Oh, good people, and let's try to make a playoff run. These are guys that are going to be here for a while, in my opinion. So, I love the potential of this offensive line now.
Oof, I'm looking through some of these old lines. Sweet Jesus,
it's bad, bro. It's bad.
Jay Cutler's first year, you had Olin Kreutz, Roberto Garza, Chris Williams, Frank Omiale, and Orlando
Frank Omiale. Orlando Pace was not Orlando Pace, right?
No, he was not.
Yeah.
Then Frank Omiale became your left tackle. Then you got Jamarcus Webb at right tackle.
I remember Jamarcus Webb. Yeah. No.
Yeah, it was. Whew,
yeah.
Keith Booker World said Ruben Brown was giving
applesauce break. What is that? Are you a kid?
Hey, Relentless Mike, I tell you what you don't want to do to start your day. Don't go through Bears offensive line history, bro. Do not do. That's the point of this, though. Like, I'm so excited for this O-line, and I think the forward thinking on this O-line, too, where it's like, if Tooney's gone in a couple of years or he starts to get banged up or whatever, like, your right guard is naturally a left guard. So if I need to go out and draft right guard, or I need to train Karan at right guard, or, I have a good backup right guard on this team already. Well, I don't know about good. I have a serviceable backup right guard in Ryan Bates on this team already. Like, you can survive with the offensive line that you've built with, even if guys start to get a little bit banged up. So it's like, to me, this is the best of both worlds for offensive line that we've seen in a long time. Even if you want to say 2018 was 7 years ago.
Yeah, we're getting further and further away from all that. Yeah, you're right. 7
years ago.
Got to get some consistency, and hopefully we have it.
We'll see what ends up happening, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love as always. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do, man. We got more content coming you guys' way. Of course, I'll be live over on Locked On Bulls coming up next. We got the Chicago Bears podcast today, so tune in with your boy over on that. Got to drop something on Chicago Bulls Breeze as well. New article coming out on the Patreon. Tap in with us over on the Patreon side as well. We got a lot of stuff going on, and Jordan's gonna go take a nap. That's I'm doing a lot of heavy lifting on this. Yeah, I'm tired. Hey man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Leader, am I the real JC? I knew it. I heard him. It's the birds. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bed down. One love. Peace.
That's right. Nobody suspects a thing. Tweet.